Okay, this is my favorite book, which is actually a series of 6 books by M Auel. It's called the Earth Children series. She's an archaeologist who is a scientific archaeologist, and these are historical fiction. They are based on the history of the people that lived during the Ice Age in Europe. And the first one on the left there is the clan of the Cave Bear, and the story is about a young girl whose whole clan is killed in an earthquake during the Ice Age, and she's left at age 4, I think, or 4 or 5, with nobody. She has to learn how to get her own food and how to survive, and she doesn't have any language because she was too young to learn it before everybody was killed. And she's found by this other group of people called the Clan of the Cave Bear. And that's this book right here. So in this first story, she's picked up by the clan, and the woman who is the healer in the clan actually takes her in as her daughter and raises her because she was never able to have children of her own. And she sort of gets in trouble with the clan because this girl looks so different. She's blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and she doesn't look at all like their clan, who are dark-skinned and dark-eyed. And so nobody likes her, and they're very mean to her because they look at her as a lower-class citizen. And she gets raised, but she also learns to hunt, which is against the clan. Women are not supposed to hunt, but she teaches herself to hunt because she's bored and she's out playing in the woods, and she's kind of a rebellious person, but not really. She's just a curious and very inventive, inquisitive child who learns to make her way in life and doesn't understand that there are rules and things that, you know, in your society, basically. So she gets banned from the clan at a young age, about 12 or 13, and the way they solve that is they send her out on her own, and if she can live for a year and survive, then they may let her come back to the clan. But she goes off and she does survive, and she spends several winters in a cave that she found and learns to find food and berries and hunt meat. And then she runs across a young man who is lost from his tribe and wants to make the journey back, but it's probably like a 2-year journey back across the Ice Age to the other side of Europe. And they get together and they make the journey together. And on the way they meet up with the Mammoth Hunters, which is this one, which is a clan that hunts mammoth, and they stay there for a couple of years. And then they move on through the next group, and along the way they get from one clan to another with great distances in between. And one of the whole story plots is that it sort of shows you how class and society separates people. And Ayla never really has any true peers because she's moved through so many clans and had to learn different languages every place she's gone, that she sort of made her own way, and she sort of beats to a different drummer. And it's the story of her life having to move from society to society, and it's sort of a play on what is still in existence today as far as class definition and ethnic cultures and things, and the way that we see people differently still in the world today. So it's a very good book. The historical fiction, a lot of the caves and the descriptions of where they live and what they do and how they hunt are based on the true original ways that the archaeologists discovered by exploring the different caves of Europe and artifacts that they had found in the caves and around the areas of the caves. She's put together the history of how the people lived, hunted, cooked, the nuts and berries they collected, and basically kind of pieced together their way of life from the true artifacts that she found as an archaeologist in the caves of the European Ice Age. Those caves still exist, and I think a lot of them are in France. you can go and see them today, a lot of the caves that are described in the books. So the cultures and the way they ate and hunted and how their society worked is based on the true archaeological finds that this Jean M Auel actually researched. So it's very interesting, and I found it to be very interesting. Not only is it a great story, but it's got a lot of information about the Ice Age and our early society. I guess you could call them the cavemen clans that existed around Europe. So you might want to get them out of the library, or my son actually sent me this set of 6 books because he knew I liked them so much. He sent them to me for my birthday last year. So that was a wonderful present to receive, and I hope somebody else will take a look at these and enjoys them.